31-3, a senior. And then he will face off against Nick Arujau of Syosset, a perfect 39-0 season. Krimmer is your green wrestler wearing your blue and gold singlet. And Arujau is the red wrestler in the all-black.
And Arujau is a stud. I mean, he's non-stop action. He comes at you from every angle, and it's just one of those fantastic wrestlers.
I've had the pleasure of coaching with Nick's father at Nassau Community College. His father happens to be a 3-time world champion. So it does, wrestling with a person like that every day certainly will raise your level.
Comes from pretty good stock, huh?
Oh, he's a great kid, and he's only a 10th grader, and I think he's going to be, if he wins this, he'll be one of the guys to beat upstate.
I saw his father earlier. Just looks like a little bulldog.
His father is one of the toughest little guys I've ever met in my entire life or seen wrestling.
Well, his son is doing well early. He's got a 2-0 lead. Make it 5-0 as he picks up 3 more back points. Arujau on his career, 98-13. Won the county title last year, finished second in the States as the 2 wrestlers go off the mat, and they'll restart from mid-mat.
Came in 4th as an 8th grader also, right, when he was in 2006. So he comes out, 98-13 total record right now. And Corey Krimmer, East Meadow kid. East Meadow won the county championship last year, and this year not as many kids in the finals, having a tough time.
Yeah, they had a few injuries that set him back early in the season, and the kids never really fully recovered. But John Hamilton is certainly a great coach.
Absolutely.
30 seconds remain in this first period. A 5-0 lead for Nick Arujau, the sophomore. He rides on top right now.
These boys both put a lot of time in the offseason. Like I said before, it does help to have his dad with them all the time, but Corey's a very, very good wrestler.
Now, I've spoken to Tom about this in the past as well, and I'll ask you the same question. Do you feel like it has gotten to a point where wrestlers should be just wrestlers and they should be working the offseason at their sport and not at other sports? It's
we run with that problem a lot, especially when you want the football coach just to be football players. Lacrosse coach wants to be, especially in Garden City. They have a tremendous reputation for lacrosse there and football, but basically lacrosse. And you have to decide to pick 2 sports. I think that would be the way to go, because unless you're an exceptional athlete, it's very difficult to be great at all 3.
Especially with a sport like wrestling, where you really need, if you're not wrestling during the summer, you're not wrestling in the springtime, you can be good, and you might even get through the counties, but you're never going to do anything upstate or any place further than that. So
a lot of these boys have between 50 to 100 extra season matches, off-season matches, I should say. So.
Again, Paul Gillespie, the former Long Beach head coach, joining us.
Former Long Beach head coach in the Garden City room, in the Wantor room.
Yeah, this year I spread myself not too thin, because I had a great opportunity to coach in 2 great school districts, Wantor and Garden City, and the ADs were great about it. They great people.
But how about being an assistant? It's a little bit of a different beast.
It is, but I thought my son, before I got injured, was going to wrestle this year, so it would free me up a lot to be able to go and see him, but maybe next year.
Nick Arujau holding on to a 7-0 lead, trying to pick up more back points. See if he can turn them.
You can just see his wrestling ability here from the summer, doing all his tilts, all his freestyle wrestling. I mean, you can see where he's tilting and getting his points out of this.
He will eventually be a national contender, Nick, because he has a tremendous work ethic.
Let's see how many back points. I believe they will award him with 5 more. Am I correct there? No, nothing. Looked like the official was going to give him a handful of points. So it stays 7-0 with 53 seconds remaining in the second period.
There he goes. One more time, picking up 2.
So there it is, 9-0 now.
Got the 1 for the escape, makes it 9-1, and
it's our second consecutive match where we're seeing a dominating performance by one of the wrestlers.
Well, we have 6 Nassau County champs back this year, and of those 6, they all look like they may have a chance to win. So you may see dominant performances, especially in the lighter weights.
Give a little credit to Corey Krimmer there. Just picks up 3 more points, and actually his 3 first points of the match.
The wrestling in Nassau County has gotten a lot better because of all the clubs, the Hofstra Club, the Razor Club. All these clubs have been very helpful in promoting the sport, and that was
nice, huh? Yeah, going to get 2 and 2. Buzzer goes off and doesn't get a second.
So he gets 2 more, goes up 11-3.
But the level is getting better, and hopefully someday we'll be up there with Suffolk County, who's, I think, the best section in New York State.
Well, we were there before.
Yes, we were.
And now we have to get back there again. That's it, right?
That's why all these clubs are starting, especially the kids programs, which is really going to help the sport.
Tom, you're saying we. You've been a Suffolk guy. You've been a Nassau guy. You've been on both sides.
I don't know where I am. I live in Amityville. I sort of straddle the border of Nassau and Suffolk.
You were at Bayshore.
I'm an island guy. We downstaters.
For you two who obviously follow wrestling throughout the year, where do you rank, and you mentioned, Paul, you mentioned that Suffolk County might be the best. Where do you rank Suffolk and Nassau in relation to the other districts throughout?
Last year, I think Suffolk was second and we were fourth. The last 4 or 5 years, we've been up in the top 3, so it's a good indication we're making a comeback. I think Suffolk has always finished, the last 10 years, they've either won it or finished second. So
yeah, Section 5, which is the Rochester area, did well last year, but then Section 4 will come in 1 year, and then Section 3 will come in, and sometimes 2, which is the capital area. So they switch around, but Suffolk and Nassau are staying around 5th, 4th, 5th in that area, have been pretty
solid, solid through the last 10 years, yes.
When you guys look at some of the wrestlers that were in Suffolk last week and will move on along to the States, and some of the guys that'll probably move along after today, what names jump out at you guys that you think, wow, these are guys that are going to bring home a state title?
Dutton. Dutton is one for sure.
A 10-0 victory last week. He was dominant.
He's a workout partner of Paul LaGuarri, who I coach over there at Wantor, and those boys are just definite threats for winning state titles. And Stephen Keith from Shore I'm Waiting.
Shore I'm Waiting. Yeah, he had a great.
No. I got a question. He got 2 back points. He had it. Then he let him reverse it. It should be over. It should be over. You shouldn't. Once you get those 2, he had it behind him. Before the guy could reverse him, it should be over.
Yes, you're right. He's going tech fall, Nick.
Yeah, it is. So you have the tech first. Then there was a reversal, but before the reversal, the match should be over.
Yes.
So it does look like it will be a technical fall.
And here, unfortunately, for Corey Krimmer, he says, maybe I might have caught him when I got over there. He didn't, but, it's just, that should have been it.
So Nick Arujau is your 112-pound county champion from Syosset.
With the 18-3 final score, which made it the 15-point tech fall.
He is going to be a great wrestler someday.
Someday? I think that day arrived. It's his.